Everybody, before we get into this morning's update, we have a lot to talk about and giving over a quick synopsis here. First, we have XRP just shy of 40 cents at about 3968. We talked about this the last several days that XRP should push up and try to hit that, the falling channel resistance and or the pattern resistance that is just slightly above that as well in the grand pattern. We have Bitcoin under 22,000, about 21,990. We've got the US dollar currency index spiking up to 105.66 approximately. And we're going to see the broader implications there as we have the rest of crypto crashing right now as the total crypto market cap is down to 970 billion. But at the same time, which generally happens is XRP will pump on its own, maybe with XLM, sitting along with it. But a lot of times right before the market dumps, XRP will pump all by itself. And once again, this seems to be taking the same tendencies. So we're going to see what we have to do to continue this push up as we approach the 40 cent mark. And we're going to make sure we talk about as well. And I'll tell you in the intro, when XRP is sub 40 cents, it's a tremendous deal. As my the buyback plan for me since $1.66 was to buy XRP anywhere under sub 40 cents, but I won't touch it when it goes 40 cents or higher. My whole thing is that if it goes from 40 cents to $1, that's 2.5 times my money. Or 1.5 times from 40 to 80, and then 80 to $1. That's 1.5x just to get back to $1. So if you can get it under 30 cents or 30 cents, that's 3 times. If you can get it to 20 cents, that's 5 times when it gets to $1. And then if it does get down to that 12 cents or 13 cents level, well, that's obviously when I feel like you can maximize your capitalization at 7 to 8x from there to get to $1. So my goal is to at least double from below 40 cents when it gets to $1 and then some. So that is why my strategy is as such. And if you want to trade like I do, you just have to follow my simplistic strategy that I use. It's very simplistic. We get out of the market at tops and we buy back as we're approaching bottoms. Right now, we don't know how low the bottom is going to go, but XRP is sub 40 cents and we're down some 80% from the 2021 high at $1.98. So make sure to hit that like button as it greatly pushes me through the analytics. Pay attention to everything I say in these intros because they're very helpful, and then we help bring it together after the intro. So again, make sure to hit that like button. It greatly does help push me through the analytics, and we're going to get into the XRP chart first because we're a little volatile here, and we're up about 4% on the day. Good morning, 8:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, the DXY is at 105.699.702 now, and we knew that this was coming. We've been watching this for a very long time, and we had a great suspicion that this is what was going to happen on this last hope attempt up. We're on this ascending triangle. We have come to the apex point, made a W right on here. Now we pushed up. Now, as long as we hold that 105.30, we'll be able to push up to this next spot, the 106.20. But I'm not sure if higher ambitions will bring us higher or not. Because you can see this cup and handle. We're building it beautifully. I mean, beautifully. At around the 105.585. Anywhere between there and the 105.30 would be a beautiful cup and handle build. Even if we stay above this uptrending support, which would bring us down a little bit farther to 104.77. But ultimately, we're looking to see if we can get on top of 106.20 and make a broader push up to this 109.734. It's something we've been talking about. We didn't think the US dollar was just going to die just yet because it would make the debts look and our bills look way worse. Right now, we're overinflated on the US dollar, so it makes our government, our debts to the rest of the world look less. It lessens the blow. So you see commodities are under pressure. Gold, silver, commodity stocks, we're still getting down. We don't think that we were completely done yet, and we were just going to go to the moon, so that's what we're watching for. Total crypto market cap just broke 970 billion. This is very important because we talked about when it broke that 990 billion, how 949 billion roughly was on deck. Actually, it's a little bit cheaper than that, 940 billion. And this was the critical multi-year trend line at 990 billion. We watched it all the way from the left shoulder down to the right shoulder. We even put a head in here. And now we got a rejection here. If we do come up and you see 986 get rejected, which it already has once, or twice, or 3, or 5, or 10, depending on how many times you want to do this bear flag consolidation, our next move will be down to 940.48 billion. Could also be determined as a double top, or a double bottom here after boom, up, boom. If it holds, if it breaks that, 892's on deck. And then 658 is that big cataclysmic drop. If we break these two support levels, there's not much in between. So that is what I'm excited for. And not just for it to go down. I'm excited because we have volatility. I like volatility. It makes my mornings a little bit better. XRP, as you can see, is up 3.97% or 1.5 cents. Doesn't take much to move XRP because it's so cheap. And we'll be able to see exactly what we've been talking about for the better part of several weeks now. This falling channel, and we're going to take out these small supports in between the channel now, because what ends up happening here is we need to tighten up the zone now. A lot of these become irrelevant, so we're just going to play the channel now. We got back up through the channel like we talked about for a long time. Now we're going to see how we react to the channel. It's that simple. But now we can clean this up a little bit. So now, this morning, these support levels are still important, but right now that 388 is very important. We're going to see if S1 this morning is 388, or if that downtrending resistance on that falling channel on this little short-term pattern is actually right here at 388, and we're going to see if that's support or resistance. So right now, because of where we're at 3958, I want to say S1 is 388, so you can write this down. S1, 388, S2, 377, and then after that, if we do break back below the 377, I'm going to say all the way back down here, we still have S3 at 368 as well. So 377, 368, and 388 is support. Resistance right now is at 40 cents. You have 40 cent resistance, 412, and 432. So that's your S1 and support, nearest support and resistance in the area. So again, if you want to write it down, you have S1 at 388, S2 at 377, S3 at 368 approximately. You have R1 at 40 cents, R2 at 412, which could be considered that symmetrical resistance. The symmetrical resistance. And then we also have the resistance R3 at 432. So that's looking at XRP. And if we're like, well, what do we need to do to make a crazy breakout? We need to hold this area that we just broke out of. And then maybe, just maybe, we can continue pushing up. But what scares me is XRP ran unabated and nothing else was pumping. And generally with market history, when XRP runs on its own and pumps when everything else is dumping, including Bitcoin, the total crypto market cap, and all crypto and the DXY is pumping, that generally means we're close to another leg down. We can't 100% guarantee that, but that's why we buy XRP sub 40 cents in case we do have big pushes up. And let's say we bought 10,000 shares sub 40 cents and it gets to 75 cents and we're like, you know what? I just turned $4,000 into 7,500. Well, yeah, then you can sell it and wait for the routine to start over again if you're confident. That's the game we have to play right now. So I hope it doesn't have a massive rally, but if it does, I'll capitalize and then I'll just reposition back cheaper. So right now we're looking at this very key level. It's that 394. So you could say the 394 is a very big key breakout point as well. This is the all-time pattern, so we have to pay attention very closely. And you break that level, then you can try to push up towards this 44 cent level. And another confluent point we have here is on the BITGET perpetual futures chart. We can very clearly see, once it loads, that this was a very critical line right here, this downtrending resistance. We held it at the 366 level, so that's right around the 368 we were talking about. And now we're pushing up. Now, if we continue to push up, we're going to eventually meet this 455 level, and that's the broken bull flag area, just the overextension of it. So that is likely what we're going to try to come back up to in the immediate short term. So we'll see what happens there. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. Pay very close attention. I broke it down very nicely on the charts for you. Now I'd like to take a look at Bitcoin at 21,990 and see if this market's ready to come unglued or if XRP is just kind of ahead of the game. Because right now Bitcoin looks like it's running on a broader bear flag. If we get rejected here at this uptrending resistance, this is where you can have a major drop. If we lose this 22,100 approximately, or get rejected by 22,100, and then we lose the overextension at 21,965. Our next drop for Bitcoin's a 1,000-point drop to 20,965 if this plays out. So we have got to be very, 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 very careful this morning. And this is a very urgent update. Just because XRP is approaching 40 cents does not mean that it's all gravy. XRP is running unopposed right now, and XRP needs to break a very critical resistance level still. And I mean critical. and it also needs to hold that 388 level as it's coming back down. It could be a quick wick here to start this Tuesday trading, or this Wednesday morning trading, but we need to hold 388. Otherwise, this could be a trap being set for everybody in the XRP community. But pay attention. Pay attention to the levels I've given you. If you got anything out of this update, make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing and join the over 15,640 subscribers of the channel. And also, hit that like button because it does help greatly push me through the analytics. It's up to you to share this to new people, so share this to social media so I can get more people in here. And if you want to trade like I do, trade XRP in the USA, on MEXC, there's no spot fees on the buy or sell. You don't need to use a VPN, and it's in the video description below and or the pinned comments. BITGET's also the same, but new users in the USA may have to use a VPN. And then we also have UPHOLD, no VPN. Buy what you want in the USA with XRP and other ISO coins, but there's higher spot fees on the buy and sell. And if you want to join Tom's Army, all that information and more is in the pinned message below and also the video description below. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point? And then since everybody always gets to hear my kitty always meowing, this is Ghost. This is Ghost. Ghost is always trying to get outside. So now everybody gets to hear the kitty that you always hear meowing. So stay blessed, everybody, and I'll see you this afternoon.